Hey everybody, Jason Bermas here for WeAreChange.org, and today we're going to be talking about Cambridge Analytica and Facebook. Now, to me, this really is a non-scandal because this is the type of thing that I've been talking about for well over a decade, before Facebook was even the most dominant social media platform. You see, everything you put out there on social media is in the digital ether. That is simply a fact. And obviously, corporations and governments alike have been exploiting this for some time. In fact, when I was working at an MSP company, that's a managed service provider for other tech companies, big data and analytics were everywhere. And it was common knowledge this type of information could be bought again and again and again from every social media platform, no matter how large or small. You see, companies like Stratfor.
For 20 years, Stratfor has built an unmatched geopolitical intelligence platform of people, information, and methodologies that reveals the underlying significance and future implications of emerging world events.
And even Fusion GPS, what the Clinton and Democratic campaign used, do this type of thing all the time. There's nothing illegal about it. And Facebook seems to be taking the fall here yet again. However, the vast majority of your digital communications, even when you're in front of your smart TV, using an app on your cell phone, are then harvested by that corporation and sold to many, many other interested vendors. But Jason, didn't Cambridge Analytica get caught on tape talking about Czech women and possibly entrapment?
Send some girls around to the candidate's house. We have lots of history of things.
For example, you're saying when you're using the girls to introduce to the local fellow, and you're using the girls for this, like the seduction, they're not local girls, not Sri Lankan girls.
I wouldn't have thought so. No, we could bring some. I mean, that was just an idea.
Yes.
We could bring some Ukrainians in on holiday with us. You know?
Right.
Well, I'll let the video speak for itself. But if you don't think this type of practice was, again, used by Fusion GPS, is used by things like Stratfor, and even things like the Kissinger Associates for decades, you'd be being naive. Now, the legality of all this is really up in the air, and that's one of the reasons it's been a common practice for decades. Now, in other news, Bitcoin seems to be under attack yet again, as the blockchain has now been infected with links to child pornography. Now, obviously, this is hideous and detestable and something that does have to be addressed. But what if this is being interjected on purpose to make the legality of blockchain illegal for everybody? That is certainly a possibility, and that's what's being raised in European countries such as Germany right now. So as time progresses, you'll see more and more attempts at government control over cryptocurrencies. How successful that will be is in question. However, it does seem like the clampdown is now beginning full force. And finally, we need to talk about the latest revelations in the Parkland situation. Now, I've already done a documentary that is a DTube exclusive called Parkland Code Red and is readily available for everybody out there to watch, which I encourage you do, and which will get an update very shortly. However, just this week, Nicholas Cruz got a not guilty plea put in for all of these murders.
A plea of not guilty shall be entered on the defendant's behalf on all 34 counts of the indictment.
Which seems extremely bizarre when they said he confessed to these murders in the very beginning. However, now it seems like he's holding out possibly for a non-death penalty case, and then he would take credit?
We would just like to advise the court and the state of Florida that at any time Mr. Cruz is willing to enter a plea of guilty on all 34 counts, consecutive life sentences, in exchange for the waiver of the death penalty.
But then it gets even weirder, as his brother trespassed on the school, which is odd in itself, but even odder was the judge setting bail at $500,000 for trespass. Now, as of yet, I've seen no evidence that he threatened anybody or brought a weapon to the campus, so $500,000 seems over the top. And now the brothers will be staying in the same jail together. And just today, a woman who took Nicholas Cruz in and had previously claimed that she had a gun put to her head by Cruz, which, again, she talks about today, says she tried to do everything she could and said basically it was the guns or her, and he took the guns.
I told him that it was going to be the gun or us. He had to choose. He could not have both. He chose the gun.
It's a really disturbing case. There are a lot of questions, and we're going to keep asking them until we get answers. Folks, I want to thank all of you for joining me. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And folks, if you can, please go to wearechange.org. Make that donation. It's only through your financial support that reports like this one are possible.